Greg the Babysitter! Another Greg and Rose episode with baby sour cream! Now, you gotta love how Sour Cream's voice has never changed throughout his entirety of his life. But anyway, even after Greg is rich, he still works at his car wash, and Steven asks him how he's been working there for so long and why. And of course, this leads into a musical number, which is cute. I mean, it shows bits of Greg and Rose's relationship while they were together. Pearl, of course, being salty with him. And, you know, Garnet's, she's cool. She's just cool with it and everything. Anyway, Greg, while Greg is poor at this moment, all he has is his van and no job, because since it's after the fact that he dumped working with Marty. So he's parted ties with that, and he has no job and no money. He can't eat. Well, he eats fry bits, which I guess is where Steven got his taste for that from. Greg heads over to Vidalia's house, who has a baby sour cream who looks to be about less than a year old, since he can't walk yet. He crawls. Anyway, Greg bums over at Vidalia's house, and you know, she's okay with it. It's no more than usual, apparently, of what he does. Vidalia has to go to work, and her babysitter cancels on her, so she asks Greg to watch Sour Cream. And of course, she gives a lovely warning to Greg that if anything happens to her kid, he better hope Rose can resurrect dead people with her magical space goddess powers. Because if anything happens, I will destroy you. Not kill, but destroy. And honestly, I kind of hope she would have said kill, because destroyed is such an overused term in cartoons. Like, I will destroy you! Dude, you mean kill. You mean to kill them. At this point, it's so overused, it doesn't have the same punch. I mean, you might as well just say, I will demolish you or something. It has about the same effect. Just say kill. Destroy is just, it's boring. It's really boring. Anyway, Greg takes Sour Cream to the beach to hang out and chill, and baby Sour Cream just wants to chill on a blanket with some sweet sunglasses, and Rose floats in. She asks Greg if she made the tiny human, so even after 5,000 years, she still has no idea how human reproduction works. Awesome. They try to get Sour Cream to play with them, but he just wants to hang on the blanket. Rose then tells Greg that it actually took her a while to realize that he and Sour Cream were the same thing, because a gem bursts out of the ground, fully grown, knowing exactly what they are and what they're supposed to do. But a human, they're allowed to grow and change, is expected of them. A gem, not so much. Which is one of the things that Rose admires about people, that we are allowed to grow and change. Greg really likes her words of wisdom and goes to get his guitar and tries to get her words into lyrical form. And Rose and Sour Cream has vanished rather quickly. All the way to Funland, where Sour Cream apparently climbed all the way up on top of a fucking Ferris wheel. And I just question how the hell he got up there, because I've seen babies crawling around, and yeah, they have pretty strong grips with their tiny fingers, and it's adorable, but the fact that he was somehow able to climb all the way up a Ferris wheel is astonishing. Well, at first, when Greg sees that they're gone, he's like, oh my gosh, Vidalia is going to destroy me! And it takes him a while to find him. And somehow he stopped over at the arcade, and I'm looking at the TV like, dude, kind of an emergency. Stop playing video games. How can you even afford a video game? You couldn't even afford a bad hot dog. But anyway, he makes it to Funland, And he freaks out once he sees Sour Cream on top of the Ferris wheel and tries to save him. He goes up there, but of course he cannot get down. So he asks Rose to turn on the machine to get the Ferris wheel going again. She turns it on, but it goes too fast, and Rose punches the machine, making it spin out of control, and she has the strength to stop it with her bare hands, and Greg goes flying with Sour Cream. She then proceeds to rip off the seat from the Ferris wheel ride and catch Greg. Greg asks Rose why she let Sour Cream climb all the way up there, and she says because he wanted to. Greg then says that you can't just let him do whatever he wants. But of course, Rose says, well, you can't, will you do everything that you want? Greg replies with, well, because he's a baby. I don't need someone to look after me, save me from a Ferris wheel, dress me, and then it hits him, of course he does. Like, oh, I am a baby. My favorite line of the episode, where they're safely on the ground, and Rose asks him, do you want to get down? Greg's like, mm-hmm. It's then Greg decides to make some life changes. He takes Sour Cream back to Vidalia, safe and sound, of course, not telling him of what happened because she would kill him. And Greg then finds himself in the car wash, where he's been ever since. This is a cute episode. I mean, it reveals a little bit more about gems, how gems are the way they are because they're made for a reason. And it shows how Rose's ideology of you being whatever you want it to be could be so powerful for other gems, asking them what they wanted to do instead of what they were made to do. So yeah, I can see how Rose's ideas were popular and how that could lead to radical thinking. Greg, it was nice to see him in an environment where he had to take care of someone else, but also still had to be taken care of. It's amazing that he became a parent as good as he is, considering. Nah, it's not fair. Greg's a good guy. Just took him a while to grow up. Once again, the episode is great. I mean, who doesn't love Greg and Rose-centered episodes, giving us a little look into their past? Eventually, we need to just get a Rose-centered episode without Greg, just really further along back in their past. Maybe taking a look back to when the Gem Rebellion first started. Who knows? That might be another half-hour special in like 50 plus more episodes. Who knows? But the episode was really cute. I just question how Sour Cream got up there and climbed. Because, really, have you seen babies try to climb? It doesn't work. Or whatever. Alternate universe magic, I guess. Maybe Rose helped them up there and she just went back down and watched. I don't know. But the episode was great. And there's not a ton to talk about. So I will see you all in the last episode of the day.